Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are doing amazing. Today we have another makeup battle video, and we are going to be putting side by side two new concealers that have just come out in Sephora, and that is going to be the Makeup by Mario concealer as well as the Haus Labs concealer. We're going to be putting one on each side. I'm going to give you all the information on it, and we will see how it applies, how it stays, which one we like more, and which one I would recommend. So if you would like to see both concealers side by side, see which one looks better, well then you know what to do, just keep on watching. I just applied my primer and my foundation. I used my trusty Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. Love this so much to be able to fill in the pores and also mattify the face. And then for foundation, I used my Flower Beauty Light Illusion Luminous Makeup. I've been using this one recently and I really am enjoying it. Now, let's get to the good stuff. I want to tell you all about the information while I apply it. The first one we're going to be applying is the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Awakening Concealer. This retails for $29 over at Sephora, and it has 3 out of 5 stars with 221 reviews on Sephora. For highlights, it says that it is a liquid formula, long wearing, good for dark circles, it's a natural finish, medium coverage, and it's good for acne and blemishes. When describing the product, it says that it is a pro-performance multi-use concealer that visibly lifts, blurs, and brightens your under eyes and complexion for an awakened appearance. Once again, coverage is medium, the finish is natural, the formulation is liquid, and one thing that I read that is very interesting is that it actually includes caffeine. So this is supposed to visibly reduce puffiness and dark circles. I've just applied the concealer to this side, and I got the color 380, which is very close to my skin, so I actually could have even gone lighter, but looking up close I can definitely see the medium coverage. So it definitely has some coverage, but it's not as full as other concealers that actually are full coverage. But honestly, it is blending out very nicely. It has a very dewy and like luminous finish. Obviously we haven't set with any powders or anything in that matter, but so far it's looking pretty good. I wouldn't say it's anything that's like blowing my mind. It's doing what it claims to be able to do. Now I did mention lifting, blurring, and brightening your under eye. The brightening I don't necessarily see, just because like I said, I did pick a color that is very similar to my skin tone, so I could have gone a little lighter. Blurs, I wouldn't necessarily know or be able to say if it does or if it does not. My skin does look nice and blurred, but that primer that I usually always use does that. And it also says that it is a natural finish. So the natural finish I can definitely see. It is not drying, it is not mattifying, and I think that will work well with creams. Now we'll move over to the next side and we will apply the Haus Lab. Now this is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Hydrating Concealer with Fermented Arnica, and this one retails for $32. It claims to be clean at Sephora. It has a natural finish, so similar to the Makeup by Mario. Good for acne and blemishes. Once again, just like the Makeup by Mario, it is vegan. This one says that it is hydrating and that it is good for dark circles. When describing the product, it says that it is a lightweight, long wearing that does more than just cover. It visibly blurs, depuffs, brightens, and conceals with medium buildable coverage. So listening to both descriptions back to back, they both sound very similar. So I want to see if they apply the same exact way on the eye, because literally it sounds the exact same. Coverage is the same, medium. Finish, which is natural, the same. Formulation, the same. So they both sound to be very similar. Obviously, seeing the Haus Labs side next to the Makeup by Mario, we can see that this one is definitely more bright, but like I said, that has a lot to do with the colors that I chose. But I'm looking at them up close and they really honestly look to be very similar. And we also just discovered that while we were listening to the descriptions, both of them literally sound like the same exact product. The only thing is that the Haus Lab one claims to be hydrating as well, but both finishes are natural, which I can definitely see. I'm looking really close to see if one looks like more dewy than the other, and they literally look the absolute same on the skin. I would say the only difference is literally the color selection. In comparison to the foundations, I thought that the Triclone would have more coverage. So I'm actually a little bit impressed that it's medium coverage, although that doesn't really necessarily bother me because I can always build if I want more. But overall, and just from first application, they literally both look the exact same. The Makeup by Mario has 0.2 ounces while the Haus Lab has 0.24 ounces. So you're getting like 0.04 more ounces in the Haus Labs, but overall, they honestly look so similar. I'm going to do the rest of my face. I'm gonna powder. We'll come back and see how it looks. I hope that the color doesn't look too contrasting because I do want to do another video with this base, but we'll put some powder on. We'll put the other products that I typically would put on my face, come back and see what we think. Alrighty, so I brought you guys in just a little closer. We have the base makeup done. I don't have any eyes or mascara or anything like that because I am going to be doing another video, so stay tuned for that. But let us analyze how things are looking so far. Honestly, number one, I'm just super impressed at the fact that both concealers literally look the exact same under the eye, although there was that color difference. So once we set, and the powder that I use is the powder that I use for literally every single makeup look, my Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. Love that. It literally makes everything blend so nicely. Now, I'm going to take a deep look into these concealers. Now, looking at both of them, I must say that the Haus Labs one gives a more blurring effect. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but it literally looks like velvet smooth, while the Makeup by Mario still shows a little bit of my bumps and pores. Not like anything crazy, but like next to the Haus Labs, you can visibly see the difference. I really wish you guys would be able to capture. So this is the Makeup by Mario, and just in this area, I can see the little bumps of my nose. I wouldn't say any pores, so I do feel like it does blur the pores. But like I said, I do see those bumps in little areas, whereas on this side, I don't see that, which I'm just like, hold on, wait a minute. Is this the same face that I just applied concealer to? Because it's literally so visibly different. So just from that, I would definitely say that my preference is the Haus Labs from the first initial application. I also do just love the color. You can definitely still see some of the blue peeking through from underneath the eyes. So I would say that has to do for sure the fact that it is a medium coverage and not full coverage. So if I ever wanted some more coverage, I can always just apply a little bit more. But from first initial impressions, I would say both are good, but I am voting for the Haus Labs one just because of how smooth, blurred, and brightened this side of the face looks. So I'm going to apply some eyeshadow. I'll wear it a little longer and then I'll come back and show you guys how it looks after a while of wearing them. Okay, so eyes are completed and now we have the entire look. So once again, I do just want to do an assessment of the concealers now that it has settled down more. Yeah, the Haus Labs still takes the cake. It looks so flawless underneath the eye as opposed to this one. So just based off first impression and applying it to my skin, I would say that the Haus Labs wins over the Makeup by Mario. I don't think this one is bad at all. And like I said in the beginning when trying them on, they are very similar. Both natural finishes, both medium coverage, both claim to do the same thing. But overall, especially on my skin right now, I am loving how the Haus Labs looks just because I do feel like it fulfills that blurring effect that both claim to have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this review was helpful for you. If you're able to, go into Sephora, swatch them, see how they look on your hand and on your skin. I have combination skin just for reference, and I would highly recommend and say that this one is the winner. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.